Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. Now before we get into today's video, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss a video of ours, and make sure you're following us on Twitter and Instagram for all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. So yesterday saw the conclusion of Group A in this year's European Championships. Obviously England are already through as group winners and Northern Ireland were already eliminated. So the main game was between Austria and Norway for second place to see who would go through. So we'll start off with that game and then we'll talk on England versus Northern Ireland in a bit. Austria and Norway, considering Norway had to come out in this game and attack because they needed 2 goals to progress, they were just poor throughout the whole game. Like, they just didn't look like they could potentially cause an upset in this game at all. The whole 90 minutes, Austria's backline, which was absolutely brilliant, strong, resolute, barely leaving Manuela Zinsberger anything to do until the latter stages of the game. That was absolutely brilliant, and Norway just couldn't get going, and that's been their problem in their 2 games, obviously against England as well. I'm not obviously including their win against Northern Ireland where they won 4-1 in their opening matches. But it was just another poor performance from Norway and their front line of Ada Hegerberg, Carolina Graham Hansen, Ingrid Engren being involved in the squad. They just didn't offer anything attacking wise for the majority of the game for Norway, and it's just going to be very question marked as to why Martin Sjorgen's side couldn't get going at all at this tournament. After that 4-1 win against Northern Ireland, you would expect them to try and kick on, and many media pundits, including myself, had Norway as a potential dark horse for the tournament and a team that could go far, but they obviously won't do and have been eliminated for this tournament. But credit to Austria, they were absolutely fantastic throughout the game. Nicole Billa scoring the sole goal of the game just before halftime after an excellent cross by Verena Hanshaw to pick out Billa, who was on the penalty spot, and looped her header over Guro Pettersson, who, considering how bad Norway were, did a fantastic account for herself in her game. But there was many chances where Austria could have doubled their lead in the second half but were unable to do. So it's Austria that join England in going through to the quarter-finals. And speaking of England, they managed to beat Northern Ireland 5-0. Obviously, coach Sarina Wiegman was missing from the game due to testing positive to COVID-19. So obviously England will be hoping that she'll be back on the sidelines for their quarter-final match against the runner-up of Group B, who we'll find out later on today. But they didn't need it, managed to win 5-0. Despite a good few early chances from Northern Ireland, England managed to get 2 goals just before the half thanks to Fran Kirby and Beth Mead, who's continuing her phenomenal tournament, and her tenure under Sarina Wiegman is just going from strength to strength, game to game, and it's absolutely fantastic. And then a hat-trick of half-time subs saw Alessia Russo, Alex Greenwood and Ella Toone come in. Russo scored the first within 3 minutes of coming on, and then Toone and Russo linked up for England's 4th and Russo seconded game. Toone played a lovely ball into Alessia Russo, who touched it beautifully, and then Cruyff turn-esque as she controlled it, and a beautiful finish to make it 4-0 to England. And then later on, Kelsey Burrows scored an own goal with a deflection shot that looped over Jackie Burns in goal for Northern Ireland. Now obviously not many people were expecting Northern Ireland to do anything in this tournament, considering how little their nation is and the big disparities between the rest of their nations in their group. But obviously Kenny Shields' side can keep their heads held high throughout the tournament and know this is just the start again of their long progress. Hopefully we'll be seeing them at more tournaments in the future, whether it be future World Cups or future European Championships. So it's going to be very disappointing obviously for the time being, but the future is obviously bright. And obviously England, full head of steam, 14 goals scored, none conceded so far in this tournament, and became the first away team of this tournament to win a game, which is a very strange stat, I know. But before that game yesterday between England and Northern Ireland. No team that has been designated the away team, obviously England are always the home team because the tournament is in England, but they were the away side for this match, had won a game before last night, so England finally break that curse. And then tonight we have, again, both games kicking off at 8 PM UK time. We have Denmark versus Spain and Finland versus Germany. Denmark-Spain is obviously the key one here, as the winner of that, like Austria and Norway last night, will progress to the quarterfinals, where they will face England, regarding obviously unless Germany somehow lose to Finland and Spain win by 5 or more goals, then Spain will go through as top, but that's very unlikely to happen. So they are the games that we have to look forward to tonight, and like I said, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss a video of ours, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram for all the latest news, not just obviously games happening at these Euros, the Copa America, the CONCACAF, the African Cup of Nations, but obviously also any transfer news and stories from around the world of women's football. And until next time, we'll see you soon.